Hey y'all, it's Betsy from Cuttin Corners Vinyl in Nederland, Texas. So today we're going to do our question and answer video. And this is not going to answer every question that I was asked on Facebook and YouTube, but it will answer quite a bit. There are some that I'm going to do complete videos over, but hopefully this will help y'all in your business, vinyl, all that endeavors. Now, one of the big questions I was asked was pricing shirts, and specifically on pricing shirts for vinyl on orders of 100 or more. Now, one thing I will definitely tell you is that if you are doing a large order of shirts, I'm not going to vinyl 100 shirts. I'm never going to beat screen printing price, but you can get in contact with your local screen printers, sign shops, that type of thing, and contract out to get them to screen print the shirts. You will make more profit and you don't have to worry about doing all of the hard work, because the ink cost per inch is a whole lot cheaper. Now, typically for vinyl, at the cheapest you could get it is roughly $9–10 a shirt, because you have to keep in mind that you have to spend all that time cutting and weeding and all that for that job, and you need to be able to make a living. Now, you can get those screen printed out typically for about $6 to $7 a shirt for just a one color shirt, and you could mark it up and still make money off of it. That would be what I would recommend for large orders. As I said, if I'm doing large orders, they're almost always going to be screen printed unless they're being personalized, which is typically some of my baseball teams and things like that. And then a lot of times we will screen print the logo on the front and then do vinyl for the back. So that way it's not doing every single step in vinyl. Now, another question that I received is, can you mix your iron on vinyls? Like, can you mix glitter and electric and regular? Yes, you can. The only thing you have to check for is what can be layered on top of each other. And if it can't be layered, then you can take and slice your image so that way it fits in together like a puzzle versus being on top. You can not layer anything over a glitter. You can't layer over neons. And I think you can't layer over electrics, but you can always use regular vinyl, regular HTV such as Caesar Easy Weed or Thermoflex, and layer over that all day long. And when you're doing layers, you're going to want to still have your heat press or your iron set around 330 degrees, but each layer, you do not want to heat it for the full 15 seconds. You're going to want to keep it around 2 to 3 seconds so it's tacked down. And then once you get your final piece on there, then you'll go and heat it for the final amount of time. And another question I had, what do you do if your lettering peels off a shirt? Which this goes into another question that I've had a lot is, do you wash your shirts before use? No, we take shirts brand new out of the box, that you do not wash them, you do not dry them before you put your vinyl on it. Typically, if your lettering is peeling off, is going to be a couple of different factors. One being there's not enough heat. So if you have it set at like 295 degrees, it's not going to stay. Two is being pressure. You have to have enough pressure on it. Now, whenever you're doing your regular HTVs, your metallics, your electrics, things like that that are thinner, you can easily tell if that vinyl is adhered to the shirt. You will see the texture of the shirt showing through on the vinyl. And whenever you see that texture showing through, you know it is adhered. Like this shirt that I'm wearing, this is the tale as old as time. This is a glitter shirt. I made this back whenever the new Beauty and the Beast came out, so it was about a year ago. I've probably worn it 10–15 times and washed and dried it every single time, and the shirt still looks brand new. If you apply your vinyl correctly, the vinyl will outlast the life of the shirt. Now that is the only kicker versus vinyl for screen printing. Screen printing will last you a long time, but it's not going to last for 100 washes. A lot of times the ink will start to crack and degrade as the fabric, because the ink is just a thin layer. Vinyl, as long as it's adhered properly, will not crack. It will stay on your shirt until normally outlive the life of the shirt. So there's a tip for you. Now, how can you make a living at this? Now, before I started doing the YouTube and before we opened the vinyl store, we have a screen print sign shop, that type of business. And I've been doing this a very long time. And someone asked also if whether wholesaling, like retailing the vinyl or doing custom work, was more profitable. Now, if you can do custom work, you're always going to make more money. There's always going to be more markup in doing custom work. People are paying you for your time. And being able to run a store like this, you have to have employees, you have to dedicate a lot of time to this. So, I mean, like I make an income off of YouTube, but it is not large or anything by those means. Hopefully one of these days it will be. But I mean, right now we get by. I would say almost every penny we make goes right back into the business though. That is part of being a business owner and owning a small business. If you want it to grow, you have to invest in it. You can't pull every piece of profit out and expect to grow your business because you won't have money to order supplies or to advertise or to get new equipment, those types of things. So I answered the okay. And then someone else asked, how much time do I spend making shirts a week? It depends on the week, but typically I will spend roughly around 20 hours a week making shirts. I do have a graphic artist on staff who takes and lays out 90% of the things that come in. I do have experience in the graphic design portion of it, but that helps save me time. It was more profitable for us to hire someone to help lay out the screen print jobs, to lay out the cut vinyl jobs, to lay out signs, banners, those types of things. And it saves me a ton of time a week. Now, another question is how much time do I spend at the shop a week? Now, we are open 6 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and on Saturdays we just changed hours. We used to be open 10 to 6 on Saturdays. We just changed it to 12 to 4. 90% of the weeks, unless I am sick or I have a sick child, I am here from the time we open till the time we close, and that's the least amount of time I spend here. Typically, I will film my YouTube videos after work. So like right now it's in the evening time. The shop's closed. It is the only time I have to film, which was another question, is how do I find time to film? It's those little spots in between. In being a business owner, I typically work probably around 70 to 80 hours a week between being at the store, and then also on nights and weekends when I have time, I answer Facebook messages, emails, any type of concern, commenting on YouTube and things like that. So it is a lot of work and it is a lot of dedication. So with that being said, that's part of the reason why I started our Patreon account. There are different tier levels, but I'm hoping that if I can get enough support, then I can take and hire a personal assistant to be able to help me with some of the day-to-day stuff so I can focus more on filming and those types of things. Someone that can help do all the things that I do to help keep the business running. So that's kind of where that started from. So if you're interested, I will link the Patreon account down below. And there are reward levels. There is a scrap box drawing that is going to be for people who support the Patreon page, just for them, which we will still have our regular scrap box drawing as well. And then like there's different tiers, so there's an SVG that'll have specific videos to go along with it, just to help grow the channel So hopefully you will all support me. And if not, I completely understand. I will still continue posting on YouTube. I do actually enjoy doing YouTube. And another question I had is, now that I've had my Easy Press for a long time, how do I like it? I love the Easy Press. It works beautifully. The shirts last through washing and drying. Also, it is great, even though I have a big mammoth Hartronics Air Fusion. It's a $5,000 or so heat press. If I'm doing like a tablecloth or things like that, the Easy Press is great because I can take and spread out the tablecloth, lay everything out, and then just move the Easy Press down as I need to. So I will definitely say that the Easy Press is definitely a great investment. But other than that, as I said, there will be some more videos along with it. If you have any other questions, leave them down below. I will try to do another one of these, try to do these once a month so that way I can keep up to date with all of your questions as well. Don't forget, we post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes I miss Friday. We're starting to get back into our regular posting schedule since we've gotten most of the remodeling work done. Don't forget to check me out on all my social medias: Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. I have a second channel that deals with makeup and clothes and my keto diet and things like that, which is just under Betsy XOXO. So if you're interested in that, check it out. I will also link the video down below that you need to comment on for the scrap box drawing. Other than that, I think that's it for today. So thanks, and y'all have a great day. Oh, wait. Don't forget to subscribe. If you hit the little bell notification icon next to the subscribe button, it will notify you when I post new videos. So, again, thanks, and y'all have a great day.